The Tragedy of Julius Caesar, Act 4, Scene 3, Brutus's Tent. That you have wronged me doth appear in this. You have condemned and noted Lucius Pella for taking bribes here in the Sardians, wherein my letters, praying on his side because I knew the man, was slighted off.
You have wronged yourself to write in such a case.
In such a time as this, it is not meet that every nice offense should bear his comment.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned to have an itching palm, to sell and mart your offices for gold to undeservers.
I, an itching palm? You know that you are Brutus that speaks this, or by the gods this speech were else your last.
The name of Cassius honors this corruption, and chastisement doth therefore hide his head.
Chastisement?
Remember March? The Ides of March, remember. Did not great Julius bleed for justice' sake? What villain touched his body that did stab and not for justice? What? Shall one of us that struck the foremost man of all this world but for supporting robbers? Shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes and sell the mighty space of our large honors for so much trash as may be grasped thus? I'd rather be a dog and bay at the moon than such a Roman.
Brutus, bait not me, I'll not endure it. You forget yourself to hedge me in. I'm a soldier, I, older in practice, abler than yourself to make conditions.
Go to, you are not, Cassius.
I am.
I say you are not.
Urge me no more, I shall forget myself, have mind upon your health. Tempt me no farther.
A waste-like man.
Is it possible?
Hear me, for I will speak. Must I give way and room to your rash choler? Shall I be frighted when a madman stares?
Ye gods, must I endure all this?
All this, aye, more. Fret till your proud heart break. Go show your slaves how choleric you are, and make your bondmen treble. Must I budge? Must I observe you? Must I stand and crouch under your testy humor? By the gods, you shall digest the venom of your spleen, though it do split you. For from this day forth, I'll use it for my mirth, yea, for my laughter, when thou art waspish.
Is it come to this?
You say you are a better soldier. Let it appear so. Make your vaunting true, and it shall please me well. For mine own part, I shall be glad to learn of noble men.
You wrong me every way. You wrong me, Brutus. I said an elder soldier, not a better. Did I say better?
If you did, I care not.
When Caesar lived, he durst not thus have moved me.
Peace. You durst not so have tempted him.
I durst not?
No.
What? Durst not tempt him?
For your life, you durst not.
Do not presume too much upon my love. I may do that I shall be sorry for.
You have done that you should be sorry for. There is no terror, Cassius, in your threats. For I am armed so strong in honesty that they pass by me as the idle wind, which I respect not. I did send to you for certain sums of gold, which you denied me, for I can raise no money by vile means. By heaven, I had rather coin my heart and drop my blood for drachmas than to wring from the hard hands of peasants their vile trash by any indirection. I did send to you for gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. Was that done like Cassius? Should I have answered Caius Cassius so? When Marcus Brutus grows so covetous to lock such rascal encounters from his friends, be ready, gods, with all your thunderbolts. Dash him to pieces.
I denied you
You
not.
did.
I did not. He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Brutus hath rived my heart. A friend should bear his friend's infirmities, but Brutus makes mine greater than they are.
I do not, till you practice them on me.
You love me not.
I do not like your faults.
A friendly eye could never see such faults.
Of flatterers would not, though they do appear as huge as high Olympus.
Come, Antony and young Octavius, come, revenge yourselves alone on Cassius, for Cassius is aweary of the world, hated by one he loves, braved by his brother, checked like a bondman, all his faults observed, set in a notebook, learned and conned by rote, to cast into my teeth. Oh, I could weep my spirit from mine eyes. There is my dagger, and here my naked breast, within a heart dearer than Pluto's mine, richer than gold. If that thou best a Roman, take it forth. I that denied thee gold will give my heart. Strike as thou didst at Caesar, for I know, when thou didst hate him worse, thou lovest him better than ever thou lovest Cassius.
Sheath your dagger. Be angry when you will, it shall have scope. Do what you will. Dishonor shall be humor. O Cassius, you are yoked with a lamb that carries anger as the flint bears fire, who much enforced shows a hasty spark, and straight is cold again.
Hath Cassius lived to be but mirth and laughter to his Brutus, when grief and blood ill-tempered vexeth him?
When I spoke that, I was ill-tempered too.
Do you confess so much? Give me your hand.
And my heart too.
Ah, Brutus.
What's the matter?
Have you not love enough to bear with me when that rash humor which my mother gave me makes me forgetful?
Yes, Cassius, and from henceforth, whenever you are over-earnest with your Brutus, he'll think your mother chides and leave you so.
Enter a poet, followed by Lucilius, Titinius, and Lucius.
Let me go in to see the generals. There is some grudge between them. 'Tis not meet they be alone.
You shall not come to them.
Nothing but death shall stay me.
How now? What's the matter?
For shame, you generals, what do you mean? Love and be friends, as two such men should be, for I have seen more years, I am sure, than ye.
Ha ha! How vilely doth this cynic rhyme.
Get you hence, sirrah, saucy fellow ends.
Bear with him, Brutus, 'tis his fashion.
I'll know his humor when he knows his time. What should the wars do with these jiggling fools? Companion, hence.
Away, away, be gone.
Lucilius and Titinius bid the commanders prepare to lodge their companies tonight.
And come yourselves, and bring Messala with you, immediately to us.
Lucius, a bowl of wine.
I did not think you could have been so angry.
Oh, Cassius, I am sick of many griefs.
Of your philosophy you make no use, if you give place to accidental evils.
No man bears sorrow better. Portia is dead.
Huh? Portia?
She's dead.
How scaped I killing when I crossed you so? How insupportable and touching loss! Upon what sickness?
Impatient of my absence and grieved that young Octavius with Mark Antony have made themselves so strong, for with her death that tidings came. With this she fell distract, and her attendant's absence swallowed fire.
And died so?
Even so.
Oh, ye immortal gods! Enter Lucius with wine and tapers.
Speak no more of her. Give me a bowl of wine. In this I bury all unkindness. Cassius?
My heart is thirsty for that noble pledge. Fill, Lucius, till the wine overswell the cup. I cannot drink too much of Brutus's love. Exit Lucius, enter Titinius and Messala.
Come in, Titinius. Welcome, good Messala. Now, sit we close about this taper here and call in question our necessities.
Portia, art thou gone?
No more, I pray you. Messala, I have here received letters that young Octavius and Mark Antony come down upon us with a mighty power, bending their expedition toward Philippi.
Myself have letters of the selfsame tenure.
With what addition?
That by proscription and bills of outlawry, Octavius, Antony, and Lepidus have put to death 100 senators.
Therein our letters do not well agree. Mine speak of 70 senators that died by their prescription, Cicero being one.
Cicero one? Cicero is dead, and by that order of prescription, had you your letters from your wife, my lord?
No, Messala.
Nor nothing in your letters writ of her?
Nothing, Messala.
That methinks is strange.
Why ask you? Hear you aught of her in yours?
No, my lord.
No, as you are a true Roman, tell me true.
Then like a Roman, bear the truth I tell, for certain she is dead, and by strange manner.
By farewell, Portia. We must die, Messala. With meditating that she must die once, I have patience to endure it now.
Even so, great men great losses should endure. I have as much of this in art as you, but yet my nature could not bear it so.
Well, to our work alive, what do you think of marching to Philippi presently?
I do not think it good.
Your reason?
This is it. 'Tis better that the enemy seek us, so shall he waste his means, weary his soldiers, doing himself offense, whilst we, lying still, are full of rest, defense, and nimbleness.
Good reasons must of force give place to better. The people twixt Philippi and this ground do stand but in forced affection, for they have grudged us contribution. The enemy, marching along by them shall make up a fuller number up. Come on, refreshed, new added, and encouraged, from which advantage shall we cut him off if at Philippi we do face him there, these people at our back.
Hear me, good brother.
Under your pardon, you must note, beside, that we have tried the utmost of our friends, our legions are brimful, our cause is right. The enemy increaseth every day. We at the height are ready to decline. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood leads on to fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat, and we must take the current when it serves, or lose our ventures.
Then with your will, go on, wheel along ourselves, and meet them at Philippi.
The deep of night is crept upon our talk, and nature must obey necessity. which we'll niggard with a little rest. There's no more to say?
No more. Good night. Early tomorrow we will rise and hence. Enter Lucius.
Lucius, my gown. Farewell, good Messala. Good night, Titinius, noble Cassius. Good night and good repose.
Oh, my dear brother, this was an ill beginning of the night. Never come with such division between our souls. Let it not, Brutus. Enter Lucius with the gown.
Everything is well.
Good night, my lord.
Good night, good brother.
Good night, Lord Brutus.
Farewell, everyone. Give me the gown. Where is thy instrument?
Here in the tent.
What, thou speakest drowsily. Poor knave, I blame thee not. Thou art overwatched. Call Claudius and some other of my men. I'll have them sleep on cushions in my tent.
Varro and Claudius. Calls my lord.
I pray you, sirs, lie in my tent and sleep. It may be I shall raise by you and by on business to my brother Cassius.
So please you, we will stand and watch your pleasure.
I will not have it so. Lie down, good sirs. It may be I shall otherwise bethink me. Look, Lucius, here's the book I sought for, so I put it in the pocket of my gown.
I was sure your lordship did not give it to me.
Oh, bear with me, good boy. I am much forgetful. Canst thou hold up thy heavy eyes a while and touch thy instrument a strain or two?
Aye, my lord, and please you.
It does, my boy. I trouble thee too much, but thou art willing.
It is my duty, sir.
I should not urge thy duty past thy might. I know young bloods look for a time of rest.
I have slept, my lord, already.
It was well done, and thou shalt sleep again. I will not hold thee long. If I do live, I will be good to thee. This is a sleepy tune. Oh, murderous slumber. Layest thou thy leaden mace upon my boy that plays thee music. Gentle knave, good night. I will not do thee so much wrong to wake thee. If thou dost nod, thou breakest thy instrument. I'll take it from thee, and good boy, good night. Let me see. Is not the leaf turned down where I left it? Oh, here it is, I think.
Enter the ghost of Caesar.
How ill this taper burns. Who comes here? I think it is the weakness of mine eyes that shapes this monstrous apparition. It comes upon me. Art thou anything? Art thou some god, some angel, some devil that makest my blood cold and my hair to stare? Speak to me what thou art.
Thy evil spirit, Brutus.
Why comest thou?
To tell thee thou shalt see me at Philippi.
Well, then I shall see thee again?
Aye, at Philippi.
Why, I will see thee at Philippi then.
Exit ghost.
Now I have taken heart, thou vanishest. Ill spirit, I would hold more talk with thee. Boy, Lucius, Varro, Claudius, sirs, awake, Claudius!
The strings, my lord, are false.
He thinks he is still at his instrument. Lucius, awake!
Huh? My lord?
Didst thou dream, Lucius, that thou so criedest out?
My lord, I do not know that I did cry.
Yes, that thou didst. Didst thou see anything?
Nothing, my lord.
Sleep again, Lucius. Sirrah, Claudius, fellow, thou awake.
My lord? My lord?
Why did you cry out, sirs, in your sleep?
Did we, my lord?
Aye. Saw you anything?
No, my lord, I saw nothing. Nor I, my lord.
Go and commend me to my brother Cassius. Bid him set on his powers betimes before, and we will follow.
It shall be done, my lord. In scene. All right.